I just found something.
What'd you find?
You're never gonna believe it. All right, it's another day out working on cars. This old FJ is Tyler's daily. And for the past probably 4 years, it has run out of fuel at quarter of a tank. Initially we thought gas gauge reading's bad, just know that when you get to quarter of a tank it's really empty and carry on. Tyler started doing some tracking, especially driving long distance, and he found that he was only able to put how many gallons? 12 gallons of fuel in it every time he got to a quarter of a tank. So he got on the good old internet, because that never lies to you, and found out how many gallons it's supposed to be? 19 gallons. So it's supposed to have a 19-gallon tank in it, and you can only put 12 gallons in it. Well, I'm not very good at math, but that tells me that there is definitely some fuel left in the tank when it runs out. We're going to see, first off, we're going to drain the fuel out of the tank and measure it and see how much fuel we actually have in it, because it's right to the point currently where it usually runs out. If our theory's right, it should have 7 gallons of gas in it, and if that's the case, we know we got to drop the tank and get the sending unit out and see what's going on with it. There's not a whole lot of information on the problem that we have, so we're gonna see if we can figure it out. Worst case scenario, it doesn't run anymore. Wouldn't be the last vehicle I guess it wouldn't be the first vehicle that we started working on and it ran fine and didn't work when we got done. So let's see what happens. Seems to be no.
I put that down a long ways and I never hit gasoline. So.
I never felt any gas. That's dry as a popcorn fart, so. It comes out of there, comes over here, turns there, goes around there, goes up here, and then drops down into the tank. Alright, so we have got the rear seats, bottoms leaned up. This is just a little plastic rubber mat panel. That pulls up. And then there was another one of these styrofoam sound deadeners set right here over the top. But right underneath that plate right there is all the fuel pump wiring. So we'll get all the lines unplugged, the electrical unplugged from the fuel pump, so that we can drop the fuel tank out the bottom without having to rip all the lines out. Sounds to me like there's not much room extra in the wiring, so we have to be pretty careful and get it unplugged first. So Ty went and got wrenches. And 10 millimeter.
It's like not even tight on there.
Right there are your electrical connections and probably your fuel line connections too, I think, right? Gas line's loose. I smell it.
One of them.
Tyler's eating, trying to drink gas.
I go like these, and then I put my finger on that so I don't get gas in my eye.
Gas in your eye feels really good.
You promise?
Well, depends on your demeanor, I guess.
Is it medical advice?
I would advise no. If I gotta advise.
So, and like so.
Cracking up the rocks hanging out of the holes. Oh, that one's tight.
Alright, so we're going to take bolts out of the outside, and then we will just pop the pin on the other side, it looks like. be able to just drop this bad girl down. It's a good thing we got this fine-tooth ratchet. Because I'm not getting much turn every turn.
Not many teeth per turn?
No. Oh, we still gotta take the filler neck loose. Filler neck and the old vent tube. Forgot about those folks. You know, we own power tools and we never seem to use them. We probably should get better about that. Okay,
You need me on the other side? Or does it look like it's gonna be okay?
unclip that mess. There's that butthole clip. They suck. I got the one off the other end, but it's still a butthole. But I figured out how to get these little lines right here out.
Oh, these look much more straightforward when you can see them. Bet you these go out like this, and this goes.
Pulley. I got lots of screwdrivers right here. Want one? Oh.
Gas in my shoe.
I guess you.
Straight down the side. Didn't even hit the outside.
All right. So we've resorted to a hammer and a great big pry bar. So we had to find an angle in which this thing is happy when you hit it. 'Cause if not, you break it. And I'm certain since nobody had a pump in stock, nobody has a ring in stock. Okay, there's the ring. Pump's definitely springy loaded.
I think there's a lot of fuel in there still.
All right, so we've come up with two things. One of them, poor maintenance and age caused, and one of them, us caused. So we couldn't find anything definitive. The sock filter on the bottom of this thing looks like it's full of road tar. You can kind of see it's all black and weird. So I decided to take the pump out, and there's where things went sideways. So you can see this little pump right here. Right there, there's supposed to be a little teat. Nipple, spigot, what do you want to call it? It's supposed to look like that. This thing was stuck in there, and I didn't know why. It's because that little O-ring holds the top of that little pump up in there. Well, when it came out, it hit right there. You see a little dirty mark? It hit right there, bounced off, and ended up down there. We thought everything was good. I was like, picked it up, looked at it. No, it's fine. Until we figured out that that little piece was laying over there on the ground. And pump don't work without it. I thought, I've got one of our race car pumps. I'll grab a race car pump, just stick it in there. Everything's good with that, except there's some little round bosses right there those run into the top of that housing. After further examination, that right there housing appears to be a filter. And it weighs about 4 pounds right now. So we think that that thing is plugged up. We also know that something was causing us to run out of fuel at quarter of a tank. We ran the gauge through the sweep, and the gauge seems to work correctly. So we're not.
We didn't film that. I suck at my job, but we plugged it in outside of the fuel tank and actually actuated it and showed that it did work.
So it's not that we're showing quarter of a tank when we're at empty. We're getting full range. Everything works right. Something else is causing us, we believe,
pick up the last quarter
internally to leave. We verified sucked fuel out of the fuel tank, and it has approximately 7 gallons left in the fuel tank, and we don't pick up after that. So I've got to order a fuel pump for it. The fuel pump from the local parts house is a special order item,
and it's like $600.
and it's almost $600. So we're gonna do the Big Hammer Garage proper thing, and we're gonna order one off of Amazon. It's gonna take us a couple days to get it, but old FJ is gonna have to sit there.
Good yard ornament.
Tyler's gonna pretend he's a Ford driver and walk everywhere he goes. But that's all we got for tonight and this. We're gonna get on out of here. Feel it on this side. You feel it through the steering wheel?
Not really.
Okay. All right, so we're working on Heston's truck. He's a weird pop on the front end. I think you guys heard it just now, but it's only in 4-wheel drive, and it seems to be more prominent when you turn and on the gas. Other than that, it's really hard. You can't tell. I think that it might be coming from this corner right here, but my first guess would be CV shaft. But in these trucks, the CV shaft should turn all the time, I think. We're gonna jack this corner up right here, spin it, and see if that CV shaft, if I can feel any tight spots or anything in it, and see, maybe it's that simple. CV shafts aren't too awful bad. Just take the unit bearing out, slide them out, slide a new one in. But we're gonna see if we can figure out the real problem. I feel like Sherlock Holmes a little bit. So we definitely got it to repeat on the lift. It's not doing it right this second though. That's weird. Did it really bad at first. Of course, we didn't have camera turned on. All right, we learned something new. Chevy Colorado uses a ABS system, traction control, that changes the bias in the wheel. So because one wheel is spinning faster than the other, it tries to lock the front differential, and when it does, it just locks it and unlocks it, which seems to be causing the pop in it. We manually locked the diff in low range, no pop at all. Never, not even once did it pop. And so we think we figured that out. We did a little YouTubing and found some information. Tyler found a really good write-up article that helped us out. We're gonna send Heston on. He's got some stuff to do today with his family, but we're hoping to hear some information. He's got access to another one of these trucks, basically the same truck. He's gonna go try it and let us know if we really figured it out or whether we're diving into this thing deeper. But that's all for now. Alrighty, so we got our Amazon replacement pump, which is more or less the same.
About the same to me.
Yeah, looks like it has the right plug-in. It does have the inlet and outlet fittings on the top. So what I'm gonna do, this has an O-ring with seats on it right here, and for ease of making sure it doesn't wad our O-ring up, I'm just gonna take a little WD and put on it. That way when we move this thing around, it doesn't peel our O-ring up. And then all I'm gonna do, drop this chingus in here, roll it around till our lines will line up in the proper place. Looks right. Line to line, right?
Yeah.
So then these should just go on there. This little feller right here should just screw down on there. Oh, that feels pretty tight. Figured I'd take the rocks out of it. Okay. See if we remember how to put it back together. I had to wait a week for parts to come in.
I'm about 50-50 over there. I remember everything.
A lot of things can happen in my brain in a week. Alright, we need that. So that hose right there with the little bumpies on it has to go over the top of that crossmember bar, back over the top of this. Huh.
What?
Oh, I just found something.
What'd you find?
You're never gonna believe it.
What?
Can you guys see it? Right there? Can you see it? Come here. Just let that down. It's not gonna go anywhere. Okay, so I'm gonna crawl out. You're gonna crawl in here.
Okay.
Well, no, I don't think you can even see it from there. You can. Look right here.
That's a spare key.
That is a spare key.
Huh. Oh, I need a spare key. I'm gonna cut that sucker out of there.
How in the biscuits did that get there? That's freaking shocking. Look at us putting all the freaking stay clips and everything back in, like real mechanic stuff. Usually I just leave those off and like, ah. Oh, there's the pin for my back one. Did you bring both of them?
Yeah. You want it?
Not really, but I'll take it. Seeing as it's right on top of the this piece of wood.
Something obviously ain't.
Well, there's a front and a rear. You got the wrong
I definitely have the right one.
hoochie.
I definitely have the one with the F on it. And you definitely have the one with the...
Did we mark them?
No, they came marked.
They did.
Yeah.
Huh. Look at Toyota. Okay. My pin is in. Hey guys. Alright, so pin is in up right there. And Tyler has his pin in. Did you get your bolt started?
Yeah.
Holy biscuits. Tyler's putting in bolts. This thing's gonna be a driver here in the next 30 minutes or so.
No more Joaquin.
Tyler has the bolts tight, so we're gonna see what happens when we drop the jack. Nothing. Just exactly what should happen. You got 6 gallons or so in there?
Yeah.
A couple gallons should be good.
Using a key that it's never started with, to my knowledge, so.
when it's running this amount of gas in 5 years. What's good?
Well, at least now you know it should run
Yeah, all the way
down to the empty mark.
Yeah.
All right, well, and that key works.
And the key works. That's money.
All right, well, I guess let's put skid plate back on it. You can pour the rest of that gas in it. Because right now, I ain't got no gas in it.
Got no gas in it.
All right, because Tyler's younger than I am, and it's his car. I'm gonna make him put skid plate back on it. How does it feel to have a car that has proper fuel pump and looks like it's gonna run till it's actually low on gas, not fill up every quarter?
It's definitely curious. I've never had that before.
Well, it used to. It hasn't always been sketchy.
I used to a long time ago. This car's been very, very nice to me.
This was your first car when you're 16 years old, right?
Yep. And she's full.
Full. All right, we just got something new. This thing's pretty cool. I haven't even opened the plastic yet. So you're gonna get the first look just like we do. I've seen some pictures of it, seen it on their website. But IceCo, these guys do 12 volt refrigerator and freezer ice chests. So we opted for the VL60 Pro S model. These guys have contacted us. We did a little bit of research in them because, you know, we don't want to show you guys stuff that we wouldn't use. So this came FedEx Freight. Drop this guy off. Man, they don't want this thing getting out of the box.
Must have feet.
You try to run away or something. Okay. Looks like it's available in olive, gray, or black. We chose black.
Should have chose olive.
We let your mom choose. Is really what.
I'm a big olive fan.
Okay, molded styrofoam. Holy moly, that thing's big. All right. Holy
It's pretty heavy.
biscuits, it's heavy on one end. Wow.
Mean looking great.
All right, I'm digging the look. Look at those handles.
Knurled.
Knurled aluminums. It's got a little latch.
It's got a QR code for an app.
Wow. All right. I should figure out how to turn it on.
Probably would have told you in those instructions. There you go.
Push button, hold it.
63. Max cooling.
Yeah. Oh, it's quiet. You can barely even hear that. You need a stress test.
Give it a little.
She's solid. The lid doesn't even hardly wiggle. Wow. Look at that. Look at the freak prints all over it. Wow, that's a pretty nice freaking deal. Hey, check this out. This is pretty sweet. So you know when you load your ice chest and you're like, ah man, the only place I have to load it, the cord's not long enough to reach to my plug-in. This thing has plug-in like that. It plugs in right here in the DC port. Flip this little rubbery thing up. And that cord would go in right there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're like, well, it doesn't reach because the way I have to load it. No issues.
Oh yeah.
Right there, there's a DC in plug on the other end. So you can just plug it in the other side. So you're not limited by how you can load your vehicle up or your boat or what have you for that. Oh, check this out.
opens from both sides?
Opens from both sides.
Shoot. That's pretty nifty right there.
That's a pretty slick deal. Now, we're going to have to put that thing to use. Give it a little real world test. We'll get back to you in a couple, well, it'll probably be a month or so, maybe 2. We'll get this thing back out and show you our actual use impressions. My first impression of this thing, it's pretty sweet. I'm quite impressed. Iceco, you guys did a pretty good job. You may have thought of everything. All right, so a little longer than we wanted for the completion of this video. Overall, the outcome was great. Tyler ended up with a FJ that shouldn't run out of gas at a quarter of a tank anymore.
Hopefully not.
Only had to pick him up on the side of the road like twice, but
I got pretty good at knowing when it was going to run out, though.
it's all about knowing your vehicle. I know my car. We're good. But that's going to do it for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.